Wake up today on the winning side of the bed. How's that feel?
Well, it feels great, to be honest. Hasn't happened as much as we like for the last 6 weeks, but I said it before the game, have for a while. I thought we were trending well, and it really came together yesterday. Probably our most complete 60-minute effort of the season. Happy to get in the win column and stay in the win column.
We're in Boston. We're in the hallway here outside the visitors' dressing room. Is this now just any other city or any other hallway in a visiting building?
No, lots of great memories here. We have a summer house just up the road, so no, it means a little more here, and should always. A lot of formative years here for me that helped me sort of, I think, lay a little bit of the groundwork for some of the work we've done in Vegas, including winning a cup, something that, we were close here but not quite. So, no, it'll always be special.
No morning skate on Sunday because of the afternoon game, and so you practice today. Is that almost a blessing in disguise? Because, sometimes you might have taken today off after a win and with the busy schedule, but you get to reinforce all that good stuff that you did last night.
Yeah, listen, I think one of the things our team does well, if the game was at 7, we probably would have taken it off and then had morning skate. We seem to respond well to that. The problem with that is then you're always, if you want to correct, morning skate is more for the 100% for the players, get some touches. Every once in a while you go out there and work on something maybe specific, but usually it's their 20 minutes. So today we were able to touch on a few things, even though it was kind of constructed like a morning skate. It's a lot of flow, not a lot of battle. So it can be either way, but I'm glad to be around the rink. I've said a lot, when you're winning, the guys are together. I think it's always a much better atmosphere than when it's going the other way.
When do you design practice?
Well, on a night like last night, you get on the plane, you're going through the drills in your head. So I'll have probably had 6 drills in mind of what I was going to do, and then you narrow it down in the morning. Who's available to skate? We had some guys have maintenance days. So special teams today was going to be on the docket, but you take out guys that are a big part of that, so maybe you push that aside. There's been a few games this year when we're losing 4-0 in the middle of the second period. I'm already designing practice for the next day or thinking of ideas, right? Which is a terrible thing to say, but that's coaching, right? Other days you're thinking, maybe we can enjoy a day off. Things are going well. So, but in general, for me, it's at night. Ideas first thing in the morning, pop them down, unless it's 2 consecutive days. If we practice on Tuesday and Wednesday, Tuesday before I leave the office, I have practice written down, and then we'll tweak it in the morning as we go.
We haven't asked you too much about the Four Nations face-off because you've had a lot of games in front of you. But this is probably the last time we get to talk to you until after tomorrow's game. How have you compartmentalized? You're an assistant coach with Team Canada.
Well, we have work to do, and we have to prepare that. So that's a job and responsibility we took on. We all knew that. Coop, as the head coach, is doing media. That's a tough one on him. So for us, I look at it as when there's time, which is actually in the next half hour. They're tidying up some of our meetings because we're going to get there and go to work. So we're going to do a little bit this afternoon, kind of finalize my area so I have everything done. Arrive in Montreal, and then can do your final kind of editing. So, but it's just you find the time. You find the time, to get that part of it done and step away from the Vegas stuff. And it hasn't been that much. Vegas occupies your time much more than the Hockey Canada will, but you still, like I said, you got to find your time. I've been at a lot of Cole's practices, as you know, with your daughter in hockey. So sometimes you take the computer there, watch practice, and tidy up a few things here and there. I've done that a few times out at Henderson, and so again, you make the time.
There's kind of 2 sides to you. You're a coach, and you're a coach that holds players accountable, but I also know that you care a lot about your players. You're going to be coaching against a couple of your own players. Is that going to be weird?
I think it will be weird. I really do. Yet when I went from Boston to Vegas and I look out and there's Marchand and Pasternak, 2 guys that had a good relation, Torrey Krug, these guys I coached Bergeron for a long time. So there's a little bit of that, even though we're on opposite. With Jack, I know I'm going to be back with him and Hanny. So, you know what? I guess after we play the USA, ask me, because Carly's obviously out. So that'll be the one team. But that's the biggest rival, too. So I don't think I'll be at 8 o'clock on Saturday night thinking of Jack and how can we get Canada to beat the U.S. in hockey? It's tough now. It's become a really great rivalry, whereas maybe when I was growing up, it wasn't as strong. It was more Canada and the Soviet Union. So it's going to be a great one.
Jack Eichel might be the best two-way center in the world, and you're going to see an awful lot of him when you're playing Team USA.
Yeah, and I will share my thoughts with Coop on how I think maybe we could slow him down. I mean, the great players, I don't know if you can completely, shut them down, but that is going to be the ask in this tournament for every team because they're all great players in every team. So you're going to have to take care of Austin Matthews, Jack Eichel, and go down the list, right, of players. And they're saying the same thing about McDavid, trust me, and McKinnon. So that will be the task, and I'll share the information I know, with them. And to me, it's usually with those guys, Gary, you got to get over top. You got to match their speed, which is not easy to do for some of these guys. And then get in your, one-on-one battles where you feel like you have the best chance to win them, which again won't be easy. But we got a lot of great players, so that's a little bit of probably how you will be approaching it.